Hey guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Allie and this is the vlog for Woman-ish Chic. So I'm going to be comparing these two foundation application items. So the first item is a Walmart brand makeup application sponge, which you guys know I swear by, so I'm going to be using that. And then I'm also going to be using a Silicone beauty blender. So if you like what you see here today in this video, please comment below and let me know. Subscribe to my YouTube channel, share my YouTube videos, and don't forget to check me out on Twitter and Instagram, which is @Woman-ish Chic. The three things I'm going to rate these two products on is going to be how easy it was to apply to my face, how blended the product looked on my skin, and lastly, how much product was used to apply the makeup. So the Silicone makeup blender by Precision Beauty looks like this. It's really soft and it looks like it's not going to absorb any of the makeup because it's made out of silicone. So I'm kind of excited to try this. I've never tried this. And the Equate Color Wheel sponge set looks like this. It seems like they're really trying their hardest to mimic what a beauty blender looks like now. So I'm gonna start by doing this half of my face with just the Silicone beauty blender, and we'll see how it goes. I am putting a little bit of product directly on the Silicone blender. I'm going to apply it all to this side of my face. Okay, this is getting weird. I think I may have used too much product because it is just caking it on top. Like, I don't know what people see in this thing as of right now, but maybe I just used too much product. I don't know how I feel about this. This isn't easy. Seems like the Silicone blender is a lot more work so far. So we're gonna see how using the sponge to apply foundation on this side of my face looks. So I chose a green sponge. I'm going to apply some foundation directly to it. If you want, you can apply it directly to your face. I feel like I'm home right now. Like, this is familiar. I know how to do this. I haven't even coated the lower part of my face yet, and I already need to apply more foundation to the beauty blender sponge because it's already soaked into the sponge. Okay, a third time I have to apply more makeup to the sponge because it's absorbing all of it. I am actually going to just apply some directly to my face to see if that helps. Okay, so now I have all my face covered in foundation. This side of my face is the one I did with the Silicone beauty blender, and this side of my face is the one I did with the beauty blender sponge. To start rating how these both worked for my face, we'll start with category 1, which is how easy it was to put on. I will say that the Silicone beauty blender was very hard to put on. You definitely have to continue working to blend all of the foundation in. So in my opinion, the beauty blender sponge was a lot more easy to use for me. It could be, again, that I just use it often, so I'm better at it. But you can definitely build your foundation in layers with the sponge, which is something that is hard to do with the Silicone blender. Number 2 that I'm gonna rate these on is how well they blended into my skin. So the Silicone makeup blender definitely looks a lot less blended into my skin. It almost looks a little bit more cakey, but again, that could be that I use too much foundation, so it kind of is just caked on top. Maybe it will be different if I use a lot less next time. The good old-fashioned beauty blender blended like a charm, as expected. It definitely looks a little bit more airbrushed, less cakey. That could be that I had to build up the makeup because I kept having to put more makeup onto the beauty blender to build it up. It also looks a little bit less blended with the Silicone blender because it is kind of hard to get into like the places under your eyes with this thing. Maybe I'm just not used to it, but it's just like, it just feels a lot more difficult. It could just be I'm not great at this tool, but for me, it just didn't blend as well. So lastly, how much product did I use for each application? So as you saw, I had to continue to apply foundation to the blender sponge. I mean, it is a sponge, so it's gonna absorb any liquid that's on it. That's just part of the deal. So I definitely had to use a ton of product with the sponge. So for the silicone beauty blender, I probably used about 1/3 of what I used for the other side of my face with the sponge, and it was too much. So you definitely save product when you get a silicone beauty blender. And if you figure out a way that works best for you on how to make it less cakey or how to make it easier to apply, maybe don't use as much foundation, then this could be the tool for you. For me, I think I'm going to stick with the sponge until I figure out how to master the art of the silicone beauty blender. Okay, so next I'm gonna go ahead and do the rest of my makeup. I'm actually going to a happy hour later for my graduate program, so I might as well get ready now. And then I'm gonna talk a little bit more about how the foundation that I applied held up after applying the rest of my makeup over top, because there may be a difference. It may look more polished, or it may look like there's no difference at all, which is good for you guys to know if you're gonna buy either one of those. So I will be right back. This is my final look with the 2 different foundations on each side of my face. So far, what I am noticing is that there really isn't a huge difference between how both of the sides of my face look. This side does have a little bit of buildup where my face normally has a little bit of a wrinkle. So there's a little bit more product you can see here. This is the side with the silicone beauty blender. Then there is with just the regular sponge. I definitely think that this is due to the fact that I used a lot more product than I should have to apply it. You might be able to tell the difference, but so far I can't. I really want to get good at using the silicone beauty blender. I know a lot of people say it works for them, although it didn't work the best for me this time. I'm going to keep working at it. This was only my first time using it, so I used a lot more product than I should have. And maybe there's a different technique that I'm supposed to be using. So I'm definitely going to try to use this more so that by the next time I make a video for you all, I can master the art of the silicone beauty blender and maybe do my whole face in that for the next tutorial. Thank y'all for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope it helped you decide on whether you want to try out the new silicone beauty blender or if you want to stick to your guns and stick to the old sponge or regular beauty blender sponge. If you like what you saw here today, please subscribe, comment below, let me know what you think, or if you have other tutorials or tips or topics you want me to cover on my YouTube channel or on my blog, womanishchic.wordpress.com. And don't forget to add me on Twitter at Woman-ish Chic, or my Instagram, which is also at Woman-ish Chic. And I'm also going to embed this video in a blog on womanishchic.wordpress.com, and I will link that below. So don't forget to check that out as well. Thanks for watching, and I will see you guys next time.